Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day. We're going to take a quick look here again at Dogecoin, see what's going on. Going to double check a couple of key factors here from the recent price action, just kind of see where we're at. And generally speaking, understand best practice for situations like this, because most coins are pulling back. They're testing these key level supports, and we need to kind of find out roughly what that could look like next. So while this is fairly speculative on Dogecoin, because it has pumped in the past based on Elon Musk tweeting XYZ, we need to make sure that the TA is sound before we take a trade either. So again, something along those lines is kind of where we're at. If you're new to the channel, not a financial advisor, hope you learned something today. We got some awesome traders in our community trading Dogecoin as we speak, and we've traded Doge in the past with great success. I generally would recommend taking longs versus shorts with this coin just in general, because you have higher probability of success just based on the random things that show up online that can cause the price to shoot up out of nowhere. You're statistically more likely, but there is a lot of bearish signs here too we want to respect and kind of see. Quickly to note too, thank you to my community. I've got some fantastic feedback here. AVAX definitely looking pretty solid here at 37% with a nice long. Filecoin 58% in 3 days, that's a short. And a previous long from AVAX as well, we're making a lot of money off that 107% in 8 days. Oh, don't forget SCI 92% in 8 days as well. So it was a very nice profitable weekend for all the trades we took last week. Okay. So at this point, is it worth taking a trade for this coin? Let's dive in. So on the daily time frame, this is the last 7 days rather, we can see it's kind of sporadic. There's a lot more people shorting this coin than taking longs. Okay. If you're looking at heavy concentration liquidation, somewhere up between 19 and 20 cents, which makes sense to me because it was overextended at that point. Once again, a lot of different case scenarios, but at this point here, you can see shorts are definitely in profit. If we look at the last 12 hours, I think I had that pulled up a moment ago. You can see here on the last 12 hours that we're kind of in this tight little range, okay? So essentially range bound, if you will, between 14 and roughly 14.5 cents. We got a heavier amount of liquidation above the price action than below. Does that mean the price is going to shoot up? No, it just implies that if it does, we will probably see a sweep of that 14.6, 14.8, upwards of 15-cent mark. Okay? So let's go ahead and talk about this here. Let's look at the daily time frame, work our way down. I'm not going to worry about fibs just because we got that really ugly candle wick. In fact, we could draw some more recent fibs here, just kind of get perspective. I typically like to exclude aggressive candle wicks like that when we have those on the chart. We can also kind of recognize this 0.786 fib level is, 14 cents is somewhat of a support level. But we got the heaviest amount of concentration volume just above the price at 16.6, which is, again, above this liquidation level here. But generally speaking, it's still one of those things that's very important to recognize. We're below a key level resistance, and the price action likelihood of shooting up from here is lower than it is to go down. We've lost the 20-day SMA as well. A lot of coins are exuding that same behavior. We're retesting this 50 range on the RSI as well. If we lose that, I think we're going to see the price drop pretty hard. Money flow index is still coming down, meaning that there's a lot of selling pressure, and stochastics bottomed out. It cannot go down any lower, basically implying that we are maxing out our selling pressure, but we have 4 days of divergence here. So these are literally all bearish signs, especially being under the 50-day SMA. That's not a good sign to me personally. So taking a look at this here, we can see we're below 3 out of 4 moving averages. That's not great. We've got this 12.5 cent mark for the previous fib levels where the price wicked all the way down. We can kind of tighten that up a little bit. It's roughly 12.6. And if we look at this current price action here, this looks pretty reminiscent of a lot of other coins. Got a MACD divergence here with a slight MACD-FU here recently. Basically a dead cat, if you will. And the same thing with stochastic RSI, swinging down, money flow index, and RSI, both right there at about 30, 35. These are not great signs, folks. We want to be over 50 on the RSI in the 4 hour, at the very least, before we take a trade, at least to the long side, or the upside, of course. So if we look at this here, we can also see and just kind of understand we're below the 20-day SMA, running concurrent with the descending trend. Until we get back up over the 20-day SMA, there's zero reason to take a long position. That's just me trading with confirmation. I have to be above or below the 20-day SMA on the 4 hour and the daily to have any confidence in either direction I'm heading. Okay. At this point, though, we're below all moving averages. Pretty strong amount of falling from grace, so to speak, here. So I'm glad that a lot of you took profit up here. If you didn't take profit in the 18 to 19 cent range, what are you doing with yourself? Well, why hold on so long? It's just crazy to me just to give all that money back to the market. Again, secure profits when you can, folks. That's what we teach in our trading academy. And more importantly, my admins are very, very good about securing profits whenever possible. This is even though it's a greedy market, you cannot be greedy yourself, okay? The greedy market implies that there are a lot of people losing their money and losing their shirt because they're getting too greedy. And it doesn't mean it's a good thing to be greedy. You got to recognize that. Having said that, hourly time frame, each Ichimoku cloud is going to confirm we're under the cloud, lagging spans free and clear the price action, and we're well below the baseline on the conversion line. So simply put, there is 1 out of 50 reasons to take a long position. Is that the kind of odds you want to shoot with, a 2% ratio? To me personally, you have a much more probability of price going down than up. Keep in mind, price could very well pivot and bounce off this key level support and continue higher. If Bitcoin closes at 67,600 or higher today, we're going to probably see something like that. Okay, so I'd be ready for somewhat of a relief rally. It would make sense. But until we close soundly above the cloud and or this 0.618 fib level, I have no reason to consider a long position with this coin. It looks extremely bearish to me, and you're going to have much more success shorting than you are taking a long. Now again, is that a guarantee? No. Statistically, we could see a random tweet about Elon Musk's children, who he named his middle name's Dogecoin. Okay, that could cause the price to shoot up. That's how stupid trading this coin is. In a lot of ways. I hope you don't take offense by that, because that's just, if you can't see the stupidity in that, I don't know why you're actually trading this coin. But anyways, look at it. From a technical standpoint, as a technical trader, not a fundamental trader, I can tell you there's a lot of reasons the price should go down than up. Okay, all fundamentals aside, this coin's looking very bearish, and there's no real reason, in my personal opinion, to take a long at this point. Okay, doesn't make a ton of sense just from a statistical standpoint. You have a lot less likelihood of success going up than down. Okay. All right. Other than that, folks, I hope you learned something here today. Make sure you trade Dogecoin on the best exchange in the world. Link down below. Use my link to register. You get some nice rewards here for registering with my link. Furthermore, too, there's no KYC or VPN for these guys. I can assure you, fantastic exchange. You're going to love using them. Link down below. Check them out. I think you're going to like them. Our community uses them exclusively just because we have a lot of benefits working with them. So let me know if you have any questions. Reach out. Otherwise, cryptocash.tech is a site where you can register for the trade signals. I do recommend, of course, if you register, just watch the Trading University videos over and over. We have some people in our community just kind of frustrated by not knowing how things are working, when it's all laid out for you there and you have all the foundational knowledge that you need to use and understand. You shouldn't be trading if you don't know the difference between a long position or a short position. Okay? If you don't know any of the indicators I'm using, I have educational videos on those. Check them out. All right, thanks again for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good rest of your day. Take care.